I am in Knoxville, Tennessee, and one of the things that I've already been struggling with a little bit is kind of pulling over for food or for the evening and trying to find somewhere that isn't quite so sunny. Just because I don't have any way for like ventilation stuff in the back of my van, I'm really limited to kind of these front windows being open or the side doors. And so yeah, if it's really sunny, all that's just going to come in. So I found this little park here, and as you can see, it's completely shady and it's so nice. There's nobody back here. I have it all to myself. So I found it, and I have made my first dinner over here. So I just kind of popped that down there, made some rice, and then over here I have waiting for me a nice big salad. So that's my dinner. And then over here I have waiting for me is my little show, and I'm in complete privacy back here. And I would really, really love to stay here for the night just because it is so private. There's a really nice bathroom, like a 2-minute walking distance. But unfortunately, they close at 10 o'clock tonight. So I don't know. I might try to see if I can just crash here, with all the doors closed. Maybe they think, oh, someone left their car here or something. But I don't know if I want to chance it because I didn't get good sleep last night. But if not, then I'll go ahead and just scoot out of here and then maybe come back here tomorrow evening to cook, since I'll be here for the next 2 nights. So I just kind of wanted to show you what's going on and what it's been like so far on my journey. I just wanted to show the park that I was in the other night and where I was cooking, and then where I wound up staying last night, which was fine. There wasn't any problems with staying here, and I was really quiet and stuff. But look at this view. It's not only the lake over there, but the mountains. So definitely really, really pretty here, and obviously well manicured and stuff. And they have some pretty buildings, but unfortunately they're covered by some of the trees here from this view. But yeah, this is somewhere that I've really been enjoying kind of having as a little safe refuge and stuff. And this isn't a nicer part of town. You can kind of tell with all of the that everything is really well kept and stuff like that. But I wanted to just show you this really pretty view. And I'm not sure what those mountains are over there, but it's a nice view of them. It's obviously a little bit cloudy today, or hazy in the background. But yeah, I'm gonna walk down at there so we can see what that looks down there and give you another view. Once you get down to this area, there's lots of little paths, but this one coming to the river area here called Tennessee River is nice, just this little wooden walkway. Just want to kind of show this to you as come down here. You can park at the top and then walk all the way down. There's lots of walking trails around this area. Or you can, there's another parking lot that isn't too far from where I am right now. And so you could definitely drive it as well. But yeah, this is really beautiful. And I'm glad they made this little walkway here just to be able to see all of the river here. Obviously I'm here at sunrise, and yeah, it's really pretty. I heard the old city was cool, so I drove down here and just wanted to kind of show. Hopefully this sun won't be too bad. It looks like it's a lot of just cool older buildings and some history and stuff like that. So I'm going to walk around and see what Old City's about. It's fun for me to see these really cool old buildings. We just don't really have these in the States too much that, kind of show this old brickwork like this, especially exposed like that. But this is right outside of the little old city, or this might even be classified the old city here. But I'm getting towards an area called Market Square, and let's see what that is all about. This is Market Square here. Unfortunately, there's a truck behind me that's quite loud. It's really pretty. And right away, you notice this bell right here. And I read the plaque below there, and it said that this was from 1883, and it was actually hung at the north end of this park, so I'm guessing somewhere down there. And in 1883, when the police chief rang the bell, let's see, it was for major fires and riots, and it could be heard in every corner of the city. So this was, and then it continued to have a life until, it looks like, it was still used in the 1980s, and then they said it was refurbished in 2005 by the same company that built it in 1883. So this one's, yeah, kind of a cool old bell. And then right over here to the left of it is a women's suffrage memorial from 3 different women. And I guess these women helped to get the right to vote for women. And so they have a memorial here. And interesting enough, later today I want to go down to a museum, which I won't go in, but it's the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, which I've never seen one devoted just to women before. But obviously, since they have this women's suffrage memorial here in the museum, they value having kind of women's history stand out and being honored. I'm still in Market Square and just kind of seeing how cute and close all of the buildings are with this pretty park over here and stuff. I can imagine during the warm summer months when it's not 7 o'clock in the morning and it's not Corona time, this is just bustling with people, and I wouldn't blame them because this is just a really, really nice area. And there's even something really fun over there up on the rooftop. I'll see if I can get a little bit closer. This is the northern end where I'm guessing the bell would have stood somewhere around here. And it's really cool over here. They have some bars and stuff where you can see stuff. Looks like some rooftop patios and stuff up there, although I'm not sure if they'd be open at this time. And then the other one I saw was over here. Looks like they have just some decorations and stuff, and then a cool white tree up there. And so, yeah, I would love to visit this outside of Corona days and see what this is like. Because it looks like a really, really nice part of not nice, but really cool part of town, kind of hip and where all the cool kids go. This is really strange, and I know it's not a common thing, but one of the things that when you're out walking around and maybe you have had a lot of coffee to drink, or you just need to go to the bathroom, not all cities have nice access or close access to bathrooms. And this is right off of Market Square. And Market Square is just down there at the end. And this is the Market Square garage, and they actually have signs pointing to over here. And I was in Seattle one time, and they had no public bathrooms. All of them were inside places, which is fine, if you're hungry or want something to drink. But if you just really need to use the bathroom, it's really inconvenient. So I really love cities that provide free access and, like I said, close access to bathrooms. Just across the street, the south part of Market Square, is this other little square. I'm not sure the name of it, but it has all this really cool decorative art and some statues and other stuff around here. But they also had a little waterfall at the beginning. I don't think I can get all the way back up there before I finish the video. But this is really pretty and quiet, and I'm sure it's not later, of course. But yeah, this was a pleasant surprise. I just happened to see this on a little city map, and they said something like park with colorful sculptures or something like that. So I was like, oh, yep, I have to go over there. So, but yeah, I love it. The little water is kind of running through this area. And like I said, yeah, kind of down by where that red truck is a little waterfall and stuff. But I'll go ahead and stop here, but I just wanted to show you kind of this beautiful little area, this colorful park, whatever its name is. It's funny, as last night I was talking to a girlfriend of mine in Germany about mansions, and they don't have that word in Germany, in German, or these types of homes in Germany. And when we think of mansions, this isn't actually what comes to mind either. But this was actually built in 1792, and it doesn't look all that big until I walk down here a second. But this was the governor's house back in the 1790s. And so as you see, all of this was a part of the house as well. So this is definitely a lot bigger, especially for back then. This is quite huge. This is really pretty. This comes down to, I don't know, maybe this is the Tennessee River again. And all of the road wouldn't have been here back in the day, but the river, and then I don't know if you can see the old-timey boat. 1 second, let me see if I can squeeze through here. Down there. And zoom in a little bit. Yeah, an old-timey boat there. And but yeah, this is a nice little area, and especially for what would have been the big mansion and stuff, to have the river nearby to bring goods and supplies and stuff, especially near where the governor lives. So this is, again, Blount, if I'm saying it correctly, Blount Mansion. So the Blount Mansion is just at the end of the bridge on the left side over there. So you can see how close this one is. This is called the James White Fort. And they're saying that, well, as you can read the sign here in a second, 1786, Knoxville's first home. So yeah, it's a really cute little wood cabin. And I love that they have just done so well with preserving their history with homes and buildings and signs and memorials and stuff. And I don't know if everyone would know what this is. But basically, if there was a punishment, you would stick your head in the big hole and your arms in the 2 smaller holes, and then there would be a lock on either side, and then you'd have to sit out there for 2 days or something, and people could come by and ridicule you, which is, it's more a humiliation thing than a harsh punishment. But it's rare to see those. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was this building. Sorry for the sun, it's a little bit hard to see. Is that Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. And it kind of looks like a little bit of a normal building until you see the back and a big basketball there. But this is a really huge building. So this would be the front. And then, yeah, it goes all the way down there to the end of the basketball. So yeah, nice little, I'm really impressed with how walkable all of these are. From the old city just down to here is probably maybe 15 minutes for all of this. So it's quite compact, which is a bit unusual for American cities. Most of our stuff, you have to get in the car and drive for all of it. But with this one, Knoxville anyway, a lot of the really cute places are pretty close, so I'm very impressed. Something really cool that you don't see in other cities, everybody has these electrical grids. I'm not sure what they're actually called, but you have them so that people can monitor the electrical outputs and stuff like that. But all of them are decorated, and then they give credit to the artist of who did each of these. And so it's a really cool way to just, splash up a very boring box and give it some color to the city. I was heading back to my car right here in the old city, and I kind of noticed that it went down a little bit. So I thought I'd come over here and take a look. And then I saw this, and I thought, oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. And then you look, and they have them, goes all the way down. So 1, 2, 3, 4 floors before you get to the ground floor up here. Looks like those are some apartments and things. I'm not sure why. I don't know if the city used to be down that far, or kind of what the story is behind this, but I thought it was really cool how they've made apartments out of this and that people can live there, because you're right in the city, but it's obviously a lot quieter and stuff there. So very, very cool. I know I haven't been in front of the camera too much. It's a little bit hard to walk around a city and kind of film at the same time. But I'm at a place where I can stop and do this. And this is about 30 minutes outside of Knoxville. And I drove this far out here specifically to see this Green McDew Cultural Center. And the reason why is because they have this big memorial up here to what they call the Clinton 12. And this is 12 high school students in Clinton, Tennessee. This is where I am right now. And these students, black students, braved threats and violence and all kinds of stuff in 1956. And they succeeded and stayed in school and were able to graduate, making them, I want to say, I know for sure it was the first in Tennessee to do that, but I think it was also the first in the South at that time to graduate and be successful. So they've made this memorial, and actually a little bit higher, I don't know if you can actually see it up there, that there's a brick building. There's a museum, and I would love to be able to go in there as they tell the story of kind of the students as well as what it was like back then for black people. And I'd love, love, love to go in, especially because there's nobody here. I'd love to support them, but I just don't have the time. I have a 6-hour drive ahead of me, and it's already getting close to 12. So I'm gonna grab some lunch and hit the road again, but I wanted to make sure and at least saw this memorial and supported them in this way of at least talking about them. If you get a chance to go and want to tell me about it, I'd love to hear your experience. But until I come back and can show you myself, this will be as close as we can get.